was that kind of it factor, I guess, that just kind of really won you guys over as a staff?
Well, there's a lot of qualities he possesses, but for me, the accuracy part, I think it's hard to find a guy that's as accurate as Geno Smith. He's a super accurate passer, and then you throw the intelligence factor in with it, and his ability to pick up again. We're talking about him going into his third offense or fourth offense in 4 years. So he's, like you said, a quick learner, but the intelligence factored in with the accuracy, to me, puts him over the top.
This is your third tour of duty with the Raiders, and your last one ended in the playoffs. But it was also a weird season. What are some of your memories of that last season? Starting with John Gruden and going through Rich Bisaccia and going to the playoffs.
Yeah. I think, I always tell people we learned a ton, to me, about handling adversity. First of all, through John's resignation, but then the Henry Ruggs accident. Really, you learn about crisis management as a coaching staff for us. So a lot of life lessons involved there for the staff. Again, I was fortunate that a guy like Rich Bisaccia, I have a ton of respect for, a great head football coach. I mentioned earlier, I've been with 3 Super Bowl winning coaches, my last 3 coaching staffs, and Pete and Sean McVay and John Gruden, but Rich Bisaccia stepped in and did a tremendous job that season. So just, again, handling adversity, never been through anything like that season in my 24 years of coaching at the NFL level, but just real proud of everything that happened that season.
When you look at a guy like Aiden O'Connell and some of the recent struggles that he's had and the Chip Kelly offense, what we've seen the 2 preseason games anyway, just wondering, where do you think the learning curve is and how does he get over that hump?
Oh, he's getting better. We've got to do a better job of taking care of the football. Certainly turnovers, those are, he understands the importance of the ball. So we'll just get him to continue to, be better at the decision-making process and playing the position. But got a lot of confidence in Aiden and where he's at right now in his development.
You just do that with Ken Miller. You see a rookie coming in. He seems to have a lot of discipline. Seems to be a lot of real focus on the mental game. What have you seen out of him as a coach?
Yeah, again, just happy with his development up to this point. And he's been thrown into a couple of real difficult situations in the fourth quarter here, these first 2 games. So we like the way he handles it, the way he processes the information. He's a calm, steady demeanor about him, so lots of positives about Cam as well.
With Cam, he said after the San Francisco game, he wasn't really used to that kind of feeling, being thrown in late in the game and not getting the job done. What was it like, kind of consoling him after that loss last week?
Well, I said he's a competitor, so it hurts. He doesn't like losing like anybody else, and a lot of times as a quarterback, you feel it falls on your shoulders. But again, he's a strong competitor. He uses it as a learning experience for him, and he just wants to come back and get better. So it's really great. He said, "Gosh, I'm just glad the game wasn't 40-7, and I'm just going in there doing mop-up duty." So he got some real live experience, and it'll help him down the road.
Back to Aiden, just kind of on that same note, he was really hard on himself when he came in and spoke to the media after throwing those picks. Just how do you, as a coach, try to help him through this process and protect the football back to the fundamentals?
Yeah, I think Pete does a fantastic job with that. It's all about the ball. When you come in here, you understand that, and again, it's a learning process for him. Right now, everybody in the league is undefeated, as we like to say. So you have to learn, or you have to use these experiences, as a learning experience. So no matter whether it's wins or losses, or you throw 18 out of 18, or you throw 0 out of 18, you got to learn from every play, and certainly understand the importance of taking care of the ball is the one thing for those 2 guys that they just got to grind every day about the importance of taking care of the football.
Is that part of Aiden's development right now in terms of the mentality of still pushing through even when things are not going his way? Is that kind of where he is right now?
Yeah, you have to. And also, preseason, and any quarterback would tell you, it's also a time not to necessarily experiment. You might try to fit a ball into a tight window that you wouldn't in the regular season. But I've got a chance to do it here where it's not going to really factor into the team and where we're at during the regular season. So we always talk about that in practice, even that. Now is the time, right, that you've got to try to extend yourself a little bit. Test the limits of what you can do and find out what you can't do. And so as we get closer now to the regular season, let's pull the reins back a little bit and let's make sure we're making quick, correct decisions.